In 2022, I made the decision to leave my country, Nigeria, to come to the UK. But before I made that decision, I needed to be sure if it was the right decision. And I know for someone that is watching this, I am creating this video to help you to understand the modalities of deciding to leave Nigeria or wherever you are to the UK and deciding what it is that you want to come and do in the UK. So I chose the study route, and of course there are so many routes in which you can use to come to the UK, but I will be focusing on my journey, on my personal experience. So what happened? I got talking to some friends, or to a particular friend in fact, and he was telling me about shortage occupation list, and I'm like, what is that? I'd never heard anything like that. And he told me that, okay, if you're going to the UK and you want to do your master's, the best thing that you should do is to check the shortage occupation list and be sure that the course that you're going to go for is on that list, so that when you're done with school, it's easy for you to get into employment. So that makes a whole lot of sense. So what did I do? I just began my research, and I went on Google and I said shortage occupation list UK. That is the same thing that you should do if you are thinking about going to the UK to study. Don't just pick any course just because. Pick a course that aligns with, of course, with what you have passion with, but of course something that is going to be of benefit for you when you're done. Because believe you me, a lot of people come to the UK to just pick a course, and then after they've done the course, they end up doing care work. They end up doing support work, which is not really what they would have opted for, even though they have already 2 masters. So back to my story. I already had a master's in I already had an MBA, and my first degree was in microbiology, and I had over 10 years experience in banking. So you can see, multifaceted. What am I going to do? And I was already, building my career in coaching. So what was going to happen? When I checked the shortage occupation list, obviously microbiology was on the list, as one of the lab sciences and all of those stuff. But I've left microbiology for a long time. I wasn't sure if that was really what I wanted to do. And then there was public health. Public health was something that aligns with microbiology, but of course, I've also left the health line for a very long time. I wasn't sure if it aligned. But then, honestly, I think that was the first time I was coming across something called social work. And then I saw social work, and I saw that it had to do with psychology and all of that, because primarily what I was really interested in was in psychology, because of the coaching career that I was, going in for. So when I saw social work, I said that, okay, social work looks like something that I would be interested in doing, because it was on the shortage occupation list. So I began to make my application for, various schools in the UK, and I began to, I made application for social work, made application for psychology, and initially it wasn't working. Why? Because I guess I wasn't selling myself in the way that they needed me to sell myself, to show that I actually already have experience. Because before you can go into social work, you must either have lived experience or work experience or volunteering experience. So of course I had lived experience and I had work experience. I had volunteering experience, but I needed to present myself in the best possible way. But that is the first video in this series of choosing what course to go for when you are relocating to the UK. Don't make the mistake of just picking any course. Go on the UK Gov website and check the shortage occupation list, and be sure which occupation aligns with what your goals and your career, and then go for that. Until next time, we'll be sharing about why I chose social work for masters in the UK as my relocation plan, other alternative courses that might work for you. I think I already covered that. So relocating to the UK, here are things to consider. Shortage occupation list, I've done that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to discuss is why embarking on a social work career might be for you. So see you next time. Bye. I'm Abimbola Victoria Olide.